Hey Troy, here's a quick and dirty set of instructions to try to help you prep for a meeting, a curriculum meeting. Going through eLumen and getting the right responsibility in there. Going over my curriculum notes sheet, which is available on Microsoft Drive, and then also how to go through the Excel sheet that is also on the OneDrive that we have access to, which tracks what everybody has done before the meeting. So as we go through the meeting, this is what we're looking at. Now, this is the sheet that you have everybody who's on the committee, they have their name right there, and ultimately I think your name will be replacing mine. So in this column right here, we're doing codes, top and Sam, and min quals. And then when I go through here, and if it looks okay to me, I put a Y for a yes, and I put a question mark if I have an issue. And then what I do is I go to my curriculum note sheet and I write down what my questions are. So I've used this, so 914, 921, let's go down to 928. So that's this meeting. So Architecture 56, I had a question. The SAM doesn't qualify for advanced. It should be clearly. So if we look back on here, that's the one I have the question mark on right here. And that just means that the SAM code didn't look like it was the right one. And I'll show you an example of how to actually go through and do that. Then we have the next class on here. That was Arts 49B Intermediate Painting. I put a yes. That didn't have a problem. Then we had a few other ones were all questions. And then General Chemistry, I put a yes here. And then there are some more chemistry down here that I left blank. And these are what I want you to actually try through and try to see if the top code, SAM code, and min quals look correct. So what I'll do is I will walk you through one of those courses, let's say General Chemistry Chem 01B, and we'll see if that one is correct. So let's go to eLumen, and you're going to want to sign in as curriculum representative, and let's hope that you actually can. You may only be able to sign in as division curriculum representative. But if you go into curriculum representative, you will see all the courses that we are covering. Okay, and we're going to want to scroll down until we find chemistry. It's going to be in alphabetical order. Let's keep going. Let's see if it's 5. Okay, there's chemistry there, so it's going to be right here. And when you click on Start Review, you can do it any way you want. I usually do Outline Review just because it's easier to get to the whole class. We only have to look at the first page, so you could just click on the other one step as well. Okay, so top code is right here. We got to wait for it to load. eLumen is a little bit clunky. So the top code for a general chemistry course is Chemistry General. That's correct. That's going to look all right. And then the SAM code is non-occupational. The science courses are going to be. Occupational is when you have a CTE course, one that's part of an occupational pattern. Things like architecture, interior design, fashion, those are all occupational. And then they get rated for how occupational they are. With courses like this, they're non-occupational. You don't have to worry about that. So top code is good, SAM code's good, and then you look down at min quals. It says chemistry for master's degree. So the documents I use in order to help me do this are my SAM codes, top codes, and where is the other one? Okay, let's click on my min quals book because that's where we are right now. And this, we'll go through and we'll find chemistry on here. And if we scroll through, here are our various disciplines. So there's architecture. I highlighted that because we go through that quite a bit since that's our division. Let's see, chemistry right here. So if you go back to the top, master's degree is the first column, second column is bachelor's, and then you have any degree or professional experience in the third column, which is purple. So chemistry is going to be in the master's. So once you've looked at that, you check and see minimum quals. That matches that first column, second column, third column right there. So those match. The top code chart looks like this. So it's called Taxonomy of Programs. And if you look back at this, it has the top code is 1905. So let's check in there and see if that is correct. And you basically scroll through numerically, and it takes a minute for it to get into it. So that's 03s. We want 1905. Here's 0924. So there is a whole lot of hunting and pecking for stuff in here. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Okay, 1905, 1799. Here we go. Physics General, 1905, Chemistry General, that is 1905, so that is correct as well. Sometimes there will be more specific ones, and you try to look for the top code that is as specific as you can possibly get for it, but in this case that's not an issue. And then the SAM code, as I said, that's going to be what it is. The SAM code sheet looks like this. This just basically has what the meaning of each one, and you start down at E, non-occupational, so that's going to be English courses, math courses, science courses, possibly occupational. These are going to be the lowest level or the easiest level of occupational courses, and then clearly occupational is when there's a prerequisite and then it's gotten into the program, and advanced occupational is whenever you are moving into advanced level courses and also internships or capstones as well. So this one is good. So we're going to go back to our sheet here and find general chemistry right here, and we are going to hit Y. It is good. And then you just would repeat that process for Chem 02 and the rest of these. The other ones I've gone through, so Com 08 I did, and that was a yes. If you look at my notes on here, now I've left blanks for you right here. So this one is correct. We just did that, so I'm going to make it green. And then those rest of the yellow ones need to be done. And then for Com 08, the one I did, I wrote what it should look like. So if you look at Com 20, which is the next one, make sure that that one in eLumen, let me get out of here. You're not actually going to make any changes to these things. So let's see if that's on page 5, page 6. So let's look at Com 20, outline view. Okay, so 1506 speech communications is the top code. Let's check it on our sheet here. Com 08, so it's 1506 speech, that's good. The SAM should be non-occupational, it is. And then looking back here, MinQual should be a master's in communication and communication studies, it's there. So that one also checks out. We can now check that off of the list. See, I'm even doing these with you. I don't know why that one didn't turn green. Oh, there it turned green. So those two are done. I can go onto my sheet now, and I can take Com 20 and make it green. Now all the ones that are white are going to line up with ones I've already done where I have question marks. So my problems with the ballet ones and the FDAT ones, I wrote those on my notes. So for the dance ones, I'm not sure if we have the right SAM code. So we need to take a look at that. And then when we get to the FDAT courses, which are the fashion design, the MinQuals don't match up with what the handbook says it is. So I put a question mark. When we get to the meeting, they're going to say, okay, Clay, you have a question. And I will say, hey, there was a question on that. And I go back and look at my note sheet. And then there will hopefully be a representative from that department. And they'll say, oh, no, that's what it needs to be. Or we will quickly make that change to the COR here. DUNU will go in and fix it, and then we'll end up doing that and voting on it and everything else. So that's how it works. It seems complicated, but it's actually, especially with this sheet right here, it is very helpful. And then keeping track of everything with notes. We can even look back a couple of weeks. If there's a class, it's like, okay, what was the pattern for that one again? It's all there. And you know, that way we're going to make it through all this stuff. This is going to be the toughest semester you will ever have in curriculum. It's just crazy. And so if we make it through here, everything's going to be easier from now on. I hope.